Hey beautiful humans, welcome back to another Meandering Yogi. So, I got one real quick thing I got to do real quick. Let me grab this camera up here. One very extremely important thing I got to do before we do this video, and that is, ta-da, feed a fish. Or maybe feed a few. Yeah. So, we're going to run in the greenhouse real quick. I know that's not part of the video, but got to feed the fishers. Looky there, pretty fish. What's going on, fishers? What's up, gang? You hungry? You want a little food? I'll give you a little bit. There you go. Oh yeah, don't act like I haven't fed you before. Here you go. Yeah, I know. Alright, a little bit more. There you go. Yep. Well, I hope everybody's having a good year. It's late in the year. I haven't done a video in a while. Let's turn this pond fan. There we go. Get some water flowing in here other than the solar. There we go. Alright, gang. Enjoy. Got a video to go do. Oh, look at them San Marzano tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Yum. Alright, I know, that's not the video, right? Let's go do what we came to do. Let's talk about this bike. Alright, gang, so here's the meat of it. You know, I've had the bike for 2 years. As far as the mechanical issues on the bike, I've had absolutely no mechanical issues with it. It has started and ran absolutely fine. Always goes in gear, goes in park. I don't have any kind of issues like that. I've heard other people say their brakes squeak, blah blah blah. I haven't had any of that. Honestly, haven't had any trouble with it. So as far as the machine goes so far, I've had it, it'd be 2 years this coming month, just in a few days. And then mile wise, it's got over 600, I know, but I don't know how much. I got 641 miles on it right now. And so in those 641 miles, about, I don't know, 580 probably, at least, have been right here on this 100 acres. And a good portion of that, most of that, has been in low gear. So what I'm saying is that, you know, the bike's mostly used right around here for just doing farm work. I have had it out a couple of times. When I say out, I mean trail riding with a couple of friends, some neighbors down the road here. Talked me into going with them a couple of times on trail rides, and it's just not my thing anymore. And I'm generally busy doing stuff here, so I don't fool with it. And but it was, you know, it did good. I put it in, had it in high gear, and I've done, oh, I think 60 is the highest or fastest I've had it. And I know it'll do another almost 20 mile an hour faster, but I'll never see it. 60 was enough for me, and it'll probably never see it again, more than likely. But anyway, so let's get to the part I don't trust about this machine. Now, gang, I want some answers, really. If you guys have used them for what I use them for, you know, I had before this bike, I had a Yamaha Big Bear 400. And of course, I'm sure you're familiar with that, but it was a 20-year-old bike, a little over 20-year-old bike. And I'm used to gears. I'm not used to this, the clutches and having bands on here instead of having gears. So I just can't bring myself to trust this bike to, like, right here where I've cut this tree the other day, right? Now I've got a bunch of limbs and things here, and used to be I would come down here, you guys can see those, so it used to be I would come down here and I'd grab, well, several of these, 2 or 3 of these with the other bike, and I'd just hook it up and just tow them out of here and just drag them, you know. And this bike, I just can't bring myself to do that, gang. I don't trust it. I don't know that I can trust it, you know, without burning a belt up in it. I don't care to tow stuff with it as long as it's got tires. You know, I tow my carts and I tow my wood chipper and I tow trailers. I got a big trailer, 7x14, 2-axle, dual axle, 7,000 pound trailer. Oh, so anyway, yeah, I tow that with it, and I don't have a problem whatsoever. It doesn't consciously bother me anyway whatsoever. But I worry about this stuff, and you know, I'm taking an extra step by cutting things up a little smaller, and or you know, making sure I can just winch it out to where I can get my tractor down to it, and I'll tow it out with the tractor. Um, so I guess my question is, gang, if you guys do this kind of stuff, how trustworthy you know, are these clutches and belts? Because it's new to me. You know, I mean, I'll be 60 soon, and I've never had a bike with the clutches and the belts, and to me it just seems weak, it seems cheap, and I need to go past that. So any influence or any advice, or if there is no advice, and maybe it's just, you know, a good idea I'm not doing it that way. But if I could, I mean, I'd like to I'd like to be able to yank on a few of these things and just get them out of here sometimes, you know. But other than that, so yeah, that's a question of mine, really. But you know, 2 years, gang, I've had this bike, and it's going to be a short video. I really had that question. I hope somebody, you know, talks to me about that. But yeah, 2 years, no issues with it. I think I had, no, I will tell you one little thing right here. This brake light, one of the brake lights is out. So there you go. That's about it. But like I say, I don't beat them. I don't abuse them. You know, I'm on a trail, but the trails I run slow, and I don't, you know, usually the trails are cut with this bike and a chainsaw. So, and just trying to get it big enough that I can get the tractor back in here, because I don't want to do a whole lot with pulling on this bike. So, anyway, let me know what you think, gang. As far as the bike goes, CFmoto, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good product. I just don't trust what I don't know, is the best way to say this. So I'm looking for information. So anything you guys want to tell me on that, that would be absolutely great. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Makes it go further, faster, all that good stuff. And that's about it, gang. We'll see you on the next one. Much love and respect.